Section 10.5 is all about discounts and sales tax. So our goal is to calculate discounts and hey, we've started. To calculate discounts and sales tax. So the reason we learn these together is because discounts and sales tax are both calculated using percents of an overall purchase. Okay? They're actually complete opposites. Discount is money that's being taken off the total. That's money you're saving. Discounts are good. Sales tax is additional money you have to pay for purchasing that goes to usually like local organizations. It's based on state level. And local. I know like Fairview Heights has a higher sales tax than all the surrounding areas. Someone told me it's because of the mall. I know, weird. Different towns have different sales tax. Different counties have different sales tax. Different states have different sales tax. So anyway, we'll talk a lot about discounts. That's money that you're saving on a purchase. And sales tax, that's money that's being added to a purchase. All right? Quick review of the basic proportion we're using for these problems. That's our is over of equals percent over 100. Remember, we also talked about how you could think of it as part over whole equals percent over 100. Today I'm going to change it just a tiny bit. You can also think of it as part over original. The original price is always going to go on the bottom of the first ratio. Okay? And then here's a big idea. The numbers on the top must be referring to the same thing. So for example, if our percent is the percent of the discount, the number you get here is the discount amount. If you're talking about the amount or the percent that you pay in sales tax, over here you'll have the amount that you pay in sales tax. So you have to keep it straight what you're talking about. I usually use a D for when I'm talking about discount or a T when I'm talking about sales tax, just to remind myself of what I'm actually calculating. All right, but it's going to be the same thing on both of the tops. And then one final thing before we get going on examples. A discount is the amount that the price of an item will be reduced. So I'm going to give you a total amount, the original price. This shirt is $45 or $50 or $60. And then I'm going to say, you're going to get 30% off. And I'm either going to ask you, how much are you going to save? That's asking you what the discount is. Or how much it's going to cost. That's asking you how much you'd actually pay after the discount. So I want you to add a little bitty box over here. If I'm asking you for the cost or the price, you take the original and you subtract the discount. So example 1 says an electronics store is having a sale on TVs. If there is a 15% discount, how much money will you save? Remember, asking how much money will you save is like asking what the discount is. They're the same thing. How much money will you save if you want to buy an $850 TV? Let's set up our proportion. Any ideas?
15% over 100.
Yeah, 15 goes over the 100 because it's the percent. Good.
850 go on top or at the bottom?
The original price goes on the bottom. I'm going to use a D here because that's going to tell me what my discount amount is. Discount percent, discount amount. Now what can I do? 100D equals Phew, excuse me.
12,750.
Okay. Then what? Good. So the discount is what? 127.5. We're talking about money, so what do I need after the 5? Yeah, make sure you have two numbers after your decimal when you're talking about money. All right, am I done? Yeah, in this one they're asking us, well, how much will you save? How much will you save is like saying, what's the discount? It's the same thing. When they ask you the cost, like on number 2, that's when you have an extra step at the end. That's where you do that subtraction. So number 1, we're done. You're going to save $127.50 on this TV. Questions? All right, let's see if we can do the same thing on number 2. Tina wants to buy a shirt that is originally $45. If it's on sale for 30% off, how much will it cost?
Okay.
So what should I do to start this one?
Put the 30 on top of the 100.
Put the 30 on top of the 100. Good.
45 on the bottom.
45 on the bottom. Good. And I'm going to use a D because this will give me the discount amount.
How would you know if you put the number at the bottom or at the top?
The original price always goes on the bottom.
Okay.
And then this will represent the amount of money you're going to save or the discount amount
Okay.
is on the top.
1,000.
The discount is a portion of the whole thing. It's a percent of the whole thing. So it's like the part over the whole thing or the original. What do you get?
1,350.
Like that?
Yeah.
All right. Then what?
Divide by 13.5.
So the discount is $13.50. Is that what they asked me to find? No. They asked me to find the cost after the discount. How much is she actually going to pay for this shirt? So what should I do?
45.00 minus 13.50.
Very good. You're going to subtract the discount from the original price. That will tell you how much she actually has to pay.
$31.
$31.50.
$31.05.5, right? We put a 0 on the end, which makes it 50 cents. Good. All right, raise your hands if you have any questions. This says if Briley saves $50.75 on a $145 coat, what was the discount percent? Yeah. This is the discount amount. I'm trying to find the discount percent. See, what is the discount percent? So the percent should be where my variable goes. Above the 100. What was the original?
$145.
145, so that's going to go on the bottom. So the discount portion, the part of the whole, the original thing, the whole thing, before you did anything to it. We're looking for the percent, and percents always go over 100. Any questions on the setup? All right, so let's cross multiply. Multiplying by 100 is just going to move that decimal back. And then 145p. All right, let's divide both sides by that 145. And that answer will be our discount percent. What is the discount percent?
35.
35%. So he, Briley, I guess that's a girl. Briley got 35% off on this coat. What are your questions? All right, yesterday was a mess. We were having some printer issues, so I had to actually send this to another teacher to send it to another printer to print it out. During that process, a few things got messed up. One of them is that this somehow moved to the first page on yours, correct? Okay, so this itty-bitty definition for you is right there. So just imagine the way it's supposed to look. I do apologize. But we can still fill it in. Sales tax is the amount that is added to the price of an item. So sales tax is usually a small percent, like 7% or 5%, or I think 5 is the lowest I've ever heard, but it's a percent of your purchase that you have to add on to the price, okay? Do you guys follow local elections? There's a sales tax, I don't even know what it's called, referendum or something, on the ballot this last time. Did you guys hear about that in the news? The local schools were trying to add a 1% sales tax to the area, and then all that extra money would go to the schools. It got voted down, so it's not going to happen. So what the schools wanted to do, let's say they charge 6% sales tax. I don't really know what the sales tax rate is in Belleville. I should look it up. But anyway, let's pretend it's 6%. They'd move it up to 7%, and then that extra 1% of all the sales would go to the school. The school could have made over $1 million just by that one little bitty percent. Isn't that kind of interesting? So anyway, it got voted down, so I don't know how they're going to make the money now, but anyway, kind of interesting how when sales tax just one little bitty percent or 0.5%, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're multiplying it by every dollar you're spending, it does add up. So yeah, sales tax, tricky. But anyway, sales tax is the complete opposite of a discount. A discount helps you out. It's money taken off your total. This is money added to your total. So if I ask you, and you can put this on the front or the back wherever you have room, if I ask you for the cost of something after tax, you have to add, okay? So that's the original plus this time tax. So discounts minus, tax is a plus. Questions? How much sales tax will there be for a $17 stuffed animal if the sales tax rate is 7%? 7% goes on the top. Good.
$17 at the top.
The bottom. The original price goes at the bottom. This number up here is going to be the amount that's charged to you in sales tax. So I'm going to use a T. All right, let's cross multiply. That's 100T equals 17 times 7. Good. Divide both sides. And you should get $1.19. So just for buying this stuffed animal, cute little stuffed animal, you have to pay an extra $1.19. And that money will go to local and state government to spend as they choose. Not so fun, is it? Nope. But
Why shoes?
what?
Why shoe tax?
Shoe tax? They charge a higher tax on shoes? I did not know that.
The shoes cost more.
Okay, so it's still the same percentage of the shoes. They just cost more, so they charge more. I think Fairview has an additional tax. So like if you're buying at St. Clair Square, I think it'd be higher than if you bought like outside of Fairview. I think. Don't quote me on that. But I know different places have different tax. So yeah, the bigger your purchase, the more tax you're gonna spend. Alright, but here, look, they asked me, how much will the sales tax be? So that's why I didn't have to do that addition step. The sales tax is $119. Now on this next one, do you see where it says how much will he pay? So we're going to have to find the tax and add it to the price of the shirt. Alright? So next one, this is about Ben. Ben wants to buy a shirt that is $34.99. The sales tax rate is 6.85. So 6.85 goes above the 100 because it's the percent.
Yeah, 34 at the bottom.
Yeah, the original price always goes on the bottom. So this number is going to go on the bottom. And then the number we get is going to represent the amount paid in sales tax, which will not be how much he pays for the shirt. We'll have to add it on to the shirt, all right? So don't forget that extra step at the end. But first, cross multiply 100t equals 49.99 times 6.85.
Okay, 2, 3, 2. Is that?
This,
Why you put 9 like that? What you doing?
that's what I got when I typed in the calculator.
Do you supposed to multiply?
You multiplied 34.99 times 6.85.
I don't know, I just put 4.
That's not bad.
34, that's it.
Oh yeah, you can't round. You're losing a whole $1 if you forgot that 99, well, almost $1. All right. Now, we divide that by 100. Things like this, big long decimals, do not clear your calculator. Don't go back and type all that in. Just hit the division symbol, 100. Don't make this harder on yourselves. It stores all those numbers in there as long as you don't clear it. So I am getting $2 and then 39 and then a 6 after it. We want only 2 numbers after the decimal because we're talking about money. Does this 6 make the 9 go up or stay the same? Go up. But can a 9 really go up? Yeah, you're going to have to change the number in front of it. So if you think of it as a 39, what's right above a 39?
40.
A 40. So I'm going to just go back and make that a 40.
Actually, it'd be like
Actually, 240.
Yeah, 2.4, but when we're talking about money, we keep that extra 0 on the end. Now, is that my answer?
No.
No, because I want to know how much he's going to pay. He's not going to get a shirt for $2.40. That's crazy. So what are we going to do?
34, 99 plus 240.
240, good. Wonderful. Any questions? Are we good? I would encourage you guys, especially as you get older when you're making large purchases, to do a little research on sales tax. For example, we bought a bunch of doors for our house. Like big, giant, you know, like the front door and like the bedroom door and the back door, giant doors. Like think of all the doors in your house. So we're going and we're buying like 20 doors. And we went to the Lowe's in Kirkwood. And the doorman was actually like, you know, you're going to save a whole bunch of money if you go to the Lowe's in South County because Kirkwood charges an extra sales tax. We ended up saving like $50.
So the people at Lowe's told you?
The people at Lowe's told us that.
Probably because they saved them.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but I was surprised he said that. He's like, don't buy these here. I was like, wow, you're like the nicest man ever. So he transferred us to another Lowe's. But isn't that interesting? Like, you don't think about like, oh, it's like 1%. What's the big deal? But it's like a big deal. I don't know how many doors we bought.
Did you get double
Enough
doors?
that it was worth driving to a different Lowe's to check out. So
Did you get double doors?
We have a couple sets of double doors, yeah. All right, number 6 says if Molly paid $3.08 in sales tax for a chair that retails at $56, what is the sales tax percent? So I'm looking for the percent, right? So I know that's where my variable is going to be.
308 at the top.
308 at the top. That's the portion of the price that represents the sales tax. Good.
56
And then the original price is 56. Cross multiply. 308 equals 56p. So anyone have the percent for me?
$5.5.
5.5%. Very, very good. Any questions on discount or sales tax? All right, here comes your homework.